South Africa's Tete, Dijana and Gerda Steyn produced record-breaking wins at the 2023 Comrades Marathon. Dijana won the marathon for the second consecutive year with a record time of 5 hours, 13 minutes and 58 seconds, stripping more than 4 minutes of David Gatebe's best time of 5 hours, 18 minutes and 19 seconds from 2016. Steyn, on the other hand, won the women's race of the 96th edition in a time of 5 hours, 44 minutes and 56 seconds, breaking the downrun record, which was previously held by Frith in 1989 at a time of 5 hours, 54 minutes and 43 seconds. Joining us now to reflect on the marathon and the winners is a man with the stats, road running enthusiast Stuart Mann. Stuart, appreciate your time this evening. What for you would you say was most incredible about the 96 Comrades?
Sure, there's so much to choose from today. I've been riveted to the TV screen the whole day. I mean, obviously that incredible men's race, Tete Dijana holding off Pete Weersma. At the end there, if it was a few hundred meters longer, we might have had a different result. But fantastic for South Africa, fantastic for Tete Dijana to hold on to his the down title. In the women's race, all Gerda from the word go, absolutely amazing time, smashing the record. Also interesting enough, she got the fastest pace ever. So I do some stats on the, obviously the distance varies. This year was the shortest down run ever, but Gerda not only broke the record, but significantly did the fastest pace as well. And then I think the third big takeaway was 81-year-old Johannes Marcelo, who did a 9:26. So he became not only the oldest finisher of the Comrades Marathon, but he definitely finished in the top half of the field, probably in the top third. I haven't had a chance to do the stats on that yet, but definitely he beat more than half of the other finishers. So anyone who finished over 9:26, you got beaten by an 81-year-old.
Well, you talk about Gerda and you talk about the pace, and I think I watched an interview a couple of days ago where you did talk about women runners and that they generally, in the second half of the race, I think you indicated that they pace a lot quicker than men.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the first half, men generally go out too fast. Testosterone and ego, they're a handicap for ultra runners. And first half of the race, you normally find the men average pace by seeding batch, which is a good proxy for ability. Men do the fastest times per average in the first half. Second half, it's all the ladies. They run faster than men in the same seeding batch, end up finishing faster by seeding batch as well. So, and I've no doubt when I run the stats this year, I'll find the same result as last year, that women absolutely annihilate the men when it comes to achieving their ability at the Comrades Marathon.
Now, the other thing that Gerda did was she knocked off, I think, 4 minutes, is it, off Frith van der Merwe's record of 1989. Is that about correct?
It's about 10 minutes, so just under 10 minutes. So I think she had to be about 4 or 5 seconds faster, and she would have done 10 seconds knocked off the time. Really incredible run by Gerda today.
So what does it take to achieve that? I mean, obviously this record has stood since 1989, so I'd imagine that it's a huge amount. But break it down for us, Stuart.
So, it's like Bruce what I said, the biggest determinant of being a successful ultramarathon runner is picking the right parents. So obviously Gerda did pick the right parents, but obviously other than that, it's a lot of hard work. Most of these elite ultra runners are doing well over 200 Ks a week in training. They'll go away for a month and do training at high altitude, say goodbye to their families, sacrifice in many cases income as well, in order to go and train, just for a shot at glory at Comrades.
You talk about running 200 kilometers a week. That's a huge amount. You also talked about the individual who's 81 years old, and I think he's run multiple marathons. How much wear and tear does it have on your body in the long run? Well, I suppose if you're 81 and you're still running, then it can't be a great amount, or is it?
It's one of those actual myths that running damages your knees. Apparently it's been scientifically proven it doesn't. So I think it depends how you run. So I know when I run slowly, and I say it's to save myself so I can run lots of marathons, quantity over quality. I know, so obviously the harder you run, the more wear and tear you are going to put on it. And, most of these runners, they'll only pick 1 or 2 races a year. So if you look at someone like Gerda this year, Oceans, Comrades, obviously it's paid off for her. She's broken the record at both. But realistically, that's what you can do. Maybe you can squeeze in a third one, but over that, you're likely to start breaking down and getting injured.
So let's get back to Dijana and that incredible performance by him. And he walks away with 1.2 million rand, so quite the payday for him. But just how incredible is it that he's got 2 out of 2, or back-to-back wins, if you will?
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, it doesn't happen often. Obviously, normally the back-to-back is down or up and down. So that's even rarer. So, yeah, they say that you haven't actually run Comrades until you've run 1 up, 1 down. So I kind of joke that you haven't won Comrades until you've won 1 up and 1 down. So there are actually very few people who've done both. Generally, some people do tend to be better on the up or the down run. But yeah, 2024, then, hopefully we'll be back. Be very interesting to see there. I think also it was a lot stronger international field this year, which is great to see because that just brings out the best in everyone, makes it a truly worldwide and world-class event. And I've got no doubt there's going to be a lot of, elite foreign athletes coming out, to try and take the titles from the South Africans. I'm glad to see that they're still in South African hands this year, and hopefully it will be next year again. But it's going to be a real battle, I think, for Tete Dijana to hold on to at the up run. But yeah, let's hope he does it.
Stu, final question. We've talked about the 2 winners who've done incredibly well, but obviously everybody's a winner. There were 17,000 participants or thereabouts. Give us your overall perspective, feel about the 96 Comrades.
Yeah, it just looked like a fantastic event. What I've seen on social media, everyone's just got good things to say. They're praising the organisers as well. Just looked like a fantastic day. I think the weather looks like it played along as well. And as you said, everyone who crosses that finish line, they're a winner. No one cares. In a year's time or even a week's time, no one cares what medal you got. Yeah. They just care that they actually crossed the finish line and got a Comrades finisher.
Stuart Mann, you're the man. Appreciate your time this evening, giving us a rundown of what transpired at the 96th Comrades Marathon.